ladies and gentlemen. Once again, welcome to an evening of storytelling, and I'm very happy to see you. I'm very glad to see that our group continues. Some people have been coming regularly, others are new. Welcome. Now, tonight, I'm telling you another story. And of course, as usual, I'm not going to use the names of these children. I'm not going to use the names of their parents. For the security of those kids, you don't want to put them in trouble. Now, the story I'm telling, the boy is called, let me see which name to use. Okay, Masaba. Yes. Hey, Masaba has two friends. One called, let me see what to use. Let me use Chintu and Watea. And Masaba also has a sister called Nambi. So now it has no one tribe. Now, the boys, Chintu, Masaba, and who was the other one? Watea, thank you. Were always together playing. They loved football. They loved playing football. Now, one day, Chintu and Watea come to the playing area and Masaba doesn't turn up. They play alone, go back. Day 2, Masaba doesn't turn up. Day 3, the boy doesn't come. And they are wondering what has happened. Day 4, Masaba is nowhere to be seen. And they wonder. So they say, let's go and find out from her father's home. The father's house was, you know, these small shops in the trading center where the front is a shop, behind is a room where that's where the people sleep. That's the kind of home. They came, reached, but they were fearing to ask. Then the father saw them and said, you, if you are not customers, go. The kids were scared, they took off. The following day they came back. Masaba was nowhere to be seen. This time they went, tiptoed, went behind the house and found the girl, Nambi, washing dishes. And they said, where is Masaba? As soon as they asked that question, Nambi started crying. They got anxious. What happened? Please tell us. Did anything happen to him? Did he die? Please tell us. And finally, Nambi told them that last day they had played football. When Masaba came home, the father was already very angry. And as soon as he came, he said, you, I have told you to stop going to play with those boys. Who got the boy down and beat and beat and beat. The boy cried, the father couldn't listen. He beat the boy until he started bleeding from the old scars. Now, after some time, the boy struggled and pulled himself off and was running. He took off. The stepmother, me all along was on the veranda preparing sambusa. And the boy was being beaten, she was there continuing preparing her sambusa. Now when the boy took off, she grabbed him. Said, you indisciplined boy, how can you run away from your father when your father is trying to discipline you? The father is disciplining you and you are running away. I will show you. I will show you how to be disciplined. You know what the woman did? She got a spoon, dipped it in the cooking oil which was boiling, and poured it on Masaba's leg. The poor boy could not run anymore. Went back into the house. And so all along when these boys were looking for him, he was in the house. They said, can we see him? The girl said, no, you can't. They went. They tried to tell people. First they told their grandfather, and the grandfather said, you children, stop interfering in other people's affairs. Don't go to other homes to come here and bring rumors. They passed the message around, but nobody took any action. So, one day, when these boys were playing, they saw the maternal uncle of Chintu. Let's give him the name Michael. They called him Uncle Michael. They knew Uncle Michael was very serious. Uncle Michael was a good man, but he was no nonsense. So they went and said, Uncle Michael, our friend is in that house. We have been told this and this and this. As soon as they finished the story, Uncle Michael took off. He went to the house. This time, it was the stepmother in the shop. And Uncle Michael said, I would like to see this boy, Masaba. The woman said, hey, Masaba is not here. She went to see her aunt 2 weeks ago. He is not here. Now, at first, Uncle Michael said, maybe the woman is right. Maybe these boys are lying. Maybe they are overreacting. But he heard a voice from the inner room. When Uncle Michael heard that voice, he passed the woman, went into the room. What did he find there? Masaba rotting. The wound was stinking, oozing. The boy was lying on a small mat in horrible pain. Uncle Michael stormed out of the room, went, brought his car and parked it on the door, went in, picked Masaba, and carried him out. The moment he stepped out with the boy, the neighboring people saw the wound. Everybody came, and they were very angry. But they had heard the story, had done nothing. But this time when they saw the boy being brought out, they were really infuriated. As Uncle Michael was putting the boy in the car, they went into the shop, got the woman, and they started slapping her. But now, Uncle Michael was concerned. He said, these people will definitely kill this woman. I don't want a dead body here. So he left the boy in the car, ran back into the house, pulled her out of the crowd which wanted to lynch her, and took her into the car. As he was driving, Uncle Michael was worried. He was worried about the boy because the wound was so badly infected. He was very angry with the woman, but he was also worried because he knew that as he was going away, people were so charged, now they would go and look for the man. And they would definitely not spare him. He would not survive. But as he was driving, as he was cooling his nerves down, he looked in his driving mirror and saw this woman seated in the back of the car. And he turned around and asked her, how could you do such a thing to a child? And that's the question I would like to end this story with. How can anybody, sane with the normal brain, how can anybody do such a thing to a child? How could anyone allow him or herself to do such a thing? And how can we as people allow such things to go on? That's how I would like to end today's story. Yeah.